a Patriot. What's going on? December looms for Dallas despite a promising start at the Meadowlands. Once again, a very familiar result. And just one question about the Saints-Redskins game. How did that happen? NFL Primetime. Well, hi, everybody, and welcome into another edition of NFL Primetime. So glad you are here with us. Trey Wingo, Merrill Hodge, and Trent Dilfer. Guys, we had an amazing Week 13 already. Had some unbelievable upsets, some unbelievable comebacks.
A lot of fun.
And it all wraps up tonight on the frozen surface of Lambeau Field as both the Packers and the Ravens try to keep their wild card playoff hopes alive. For the very latest on the Monday night game, team reports, and we say hello to Michelle Tafoya. And Michelle, Aaron Rodgers, when it matters most, has been great lately for Green Bay.
Oh, my gosh, Trey. His numbers on third down, he has been incredibly efficient. Listen to this. He is 77 of 111. That's a completion percentage of just under 70%. He's thrown for 11 touchdowns on third down. No interceptions. He's got an NFL high pass rating of 135.5 on third down. Now, he attributes this to the amount of time that he spends watching third down tape. He also likes the scheme, and of course, he loves his targets, his wide receivers on the perimeter. And tonight, he's going to be playing behind his offensive line that finally, for the third straight game, is intact. And facing a Ravens defense that was without their dominant linebacker, Terrell Suggs. He's missing his third straight week with a knee injury. And Pro Bowl safety Ed Reed's got pain in his neck. He's got a groin injury. He's got pain in his foot. And according to head coach John Harbaugh, he's also got an upper respiratory infection. Now, he's expected to play, but Aaron Rodgers, Trey, is playing with such confidence, and he's facing a banged-up Ravens defense that hasn't produced a sack in 2 straight games.
All right, Michelle, thanks very much. Stay warm tonight as it looks like it's getting a little brisk at Lambeau Field. And, you know, Michelle mentioned pains in the neck, and Trent, you're our pain in the neck, so let's go to you. Listen, no quarterback, I'm kidding. As far as you know. No quarterback has been sacked more this year than Aaron Rodgers. Now, listen, they don't have Terrell Suggs, and they are a little banged up, but how is that Packers offensive line going to hold up against that Ravens team which likes to blitz?
Well, it's going to be a great challenge. Aaron Rodgers is going to need to bring his A-game on third down tonight because the Ravens have always been at their best when they're bringing the heat, especially on third down, and they do a great job in their blitz package. They do multiple things attacking you. They attack your protections, especially from the single receiver side. They overload your protections. They dictate where the quarterback's going to go with the ball, and then they have a plan to stop it once he goes with the ball. The Baltimore Ravens here bringing a 4-week pressure to the single receiver side, knowing Carson Palmer has to get the ball out now. Ed Reed's supposed to be in the middle of the field, instinctively knows where Carson Palmer is going to go with the ball, jumps the slant route, picks it, and takes for 6. Against the Pittsburgh Steelers, 4-week again, but this time incorporating a corner. And look at the defense end. He starts in, so you have to account for him. The tackle does, loses sight of him, and so does the quarterback. Now he drops into coverage. Dennis Dixon doesn't re-identify the post-snap picture, throws the pick. The Baltimore Ravens do an unbelievable job of forcing the hand of the offense, especially in the passing game. This is what you're going to see tonight against the Green Bay Packers, a Baltimore Ravens team dictating to Aaron Rodgers where he's going with the football on third down.
Well, the Ravens defense, you know, from the time you were there and won a Super Bowl, it's been the staple of that team. And, Merrill, we look at this Green Bay team. Listen, you could make a pretty compelling argument that one player on their defensive unit is the defensive player of the year, and that's cornerback Charles Woodson.
Without a question. I'm going to start the gushing process because
go for it.
Because Jaws will be doing it tonight. Coach Gruden will be doing it tonight. When I've studied Charles Woodson throughout this season, he has played every position in the secondary, and he's even played linebacker. He will play where they think they've got to play him in order to take away the strength of their team. And he is as complete a football player as you'll ever see here at the corner position. As he plays off, now he sees screen. You watch him come up, avoid 2 blockers, get inside, get skinny, and make the tackle. It's one thing to avoid, it's another to avoid and make a tackle. Okay, now let's watch him as a blitzer. Outstanding blitzer. The timing, the angle that he comes with, and then he's able to finish. He does so many things. Coverage. It's kind of a zone concept. He sees everything. He jams. He sees somebody coming out into his area. Comes off it. Interception. That is great corner play, understanding the zone, the route combinations, and how he must play it. And then just straight up man-to-man, if you want to let him play like that, he sees the depth of the quarterback, understands that, the triangle, the route, the quarterback drop. He drives on the ball, another interception. When you watch him, he's the most complete player that I've seen this year. The way he has played, the way he has taken this Packer defense. The problem is the Packer record isn't reflected of what Woodson has done, so a lot of people overlook him, but we need to start thinking and vote for MVP for Charles Woodson without a question. The gussing process has started, and you'll hear it tonight in the booth as well.
That was money. You just learned me up some football. That was some good
Learned
stuff
me.
right
Well, see,
We learning up because we boys, man.
That was
we do
good
what
there,
we can here. By the way, these are teams that are going in different directions. Ravens got off to a great start, but since their Week 7 bye, they've alternated wins and losses. The Packers, by the way, have won 3 straight. So these teams right now going in opposite directions. Lots more coming on this edition of NFL Primetime. When we continue, 2 ways to look at this game. Only the Saints, or conversely, only the Redskins. We'll break it down. And the New York Giants did something that they haven't done since 2004, sweep a season series from Dallas.
Live Thursday Night Football on ESPN America. Touchdown! It's Turnpike rivalry time as the AFC's oldest foes meet in Cleveland.
Big Ben, long count, he's going to throw it. He pumps, he fires, touchdown Steelers!
The Super Bowl champion Steelers enter the dog pound to battle the Browns. Live NFL Thursday night on ESPN America. Need to find tickets for the big game or concert? At SeatWave.com, there are over 1 million tickets on sale now for all the latest live entertainment. And with all tickets 100% guaranteed, you'll find just the tickets you're after so you can catch all the action live. Buy and sell tickets at SeatWave.com for live American football, Six Nations rugby, Paul McCartney in concert, and many, many more. SeatWave.com, the fan-to-fan ticket exchange.
Loads it up, looking end zone, has Lansmore back there, he catches it, it's a touchdown for the Saints.
And Breeze ends the season with 5,069 yards through the air, the second NFL player to pass for 5,000 yards in a season.
NFL on ESPN America.
Speed, strength, everything you could want in a wide receiver.
He's so fast that when you run the play action, before you can react to it not being a run, Andre Johnson's already about 10 to 12 yards down the field. Feed the horse, because that's him.
Quick throw, left side. Caught! Touchdown, Andre Johnson. He comes down with it somehow, some way.
NFL on ESPN America.
Oh, what a throw by Joe Flacco. Flacco throws end zone, touchdown! Flacco to throw, quarterback throw, he runs it, touchdown! He's got a man wide open, Mason's there, he's got it inside the 5, touchdown, Ravens! He wants Flacco, he throws it to the 25, Flacco has it, 10, 5, and he's down there. He can do it all.
NFL on ESPN America. Sunday Night Football, live on ESPN America.
And into the end zone, this time it is a touchdown.
Week 14 serves up 3 big games, kicking off with the Vikings and Bengals.
Touchdown, what a catch!
Then, LT and Co. charge into Dallas.
He did it again!
Before an NFC East epic, the Eagles take on the Giants. 3 thrilling games, 1 big night. Sunday Night Football, live on ESPN America.
We continue here on NFL Primetime. Trey Wingo with Merrill Hodge and Trent Dilfer. Okay, guys, unbeaten Saints, after whooping up on the Patriots on Monday night, really smacked them around, on the road to take on the Redskins. If there was ever the definition of a trap game, this would be it. And the key for the Saints was trying to avoid that letdown. Drew Brees doing his part to keep the company fired up. But in the second quarter,
Ball is intercepted, and the defender gets up. So many times, offensive players don't rally to the ball, but not only Meacham does that, but he has the awareness to strip right before the end, take the ball away, and then finishes.
it was reviewed, and it was a touchdown, tied at 17. Redskins back up by 10, 27-17. here was the game. Just under 2 minutes left. The Redskins are up by...
Big play for the New Orleans Saints.
But it means they also did some work from this summer.
Exactly, and this is what separates the great offense in this league. They will do their work. They will dig through volumes of film to find a weakness in the secondary. Preseason game, Landry on Randy Moss. Randy Moss comes up, shows the in route. Landry settles his feet, eyes in the backfield. Moss by him. They went back 13 weeks to find this film and exposed it on Sunday.
So we're going Sean Payton because it gave him the ball. And then they just sort of worked their way down the field. They could have had the field goal.
I definitely believe in destiny. And I believe in karma, and what goes around comes around. And I think just the fact that, we've been on the other side of this deal probably too many times. And maybe it's our time.
Well, when you see a game unfold like that and you have the Miami game, Trent, earlier this year, maybe it is their time. And the turning point sometimes is not something you can coach and not something you can study up. The old saying, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. You know that feeling really well.
Absolutely. It's about fortune, and the ball bounces a certain way for certain teams. And I experienced this in 2000 on our Super Bowl stretch, the AFC wildcard game against the Denver Broncos. We have a couple plays in that game, could have lost this game. This is early in the game, getting hit. I throw kind of a wobbler up there. The wind's blowing. Romanowski should pick it. The ball drops to the ground. Later on, right here, you see it. Get a little hit. The ball goes up. Horrible throw by me. Should be intercepted. Give the momentum. Doesn't happen. Here, just throwing a little check down to Jamal Lewis. Should be a 1-2 yard gain. Instead, Shannon Sharp playing snap to whistle, comes back, catches the ball out of the air, and scores the touchdown with it. Now listen, these breaks, this karma, this fortune, mojo, whatever you want to call it, it's unquantifiable, it's undefinable, but I will say this, Merrill, it might be part of the secret sauce that gets teams championships.
I agree with that. But then there also has to be a certain character element, not a skill set, and the luck part of it is part, but then you have to have the desire and a commitment to win. And I think Robert Meacham's play, when he strips that ball, will be their signature play. And if I was Sean Payton, I would clip that off and I would show that on Monday. I wouldn't show anything else but show that. Why? Because that's the effort required to be a champion. And that's what everybody is trying for in the National Football League, to be a world champion. And Robert Meacham's play, I think, saved their season if they want to stay undefeated. Right. It was that play right there. The lucky ones, all a part of it, but that Meacham play, to me, stood out the most, speaks to, I think, what this team is really about.
Well, you want to talk about luck? Let's go back. You mentioned 2000. Go back to the 2001 Patriots. Mo Lewis hits Drew Bledsoe, enter Tom Brady, the tuck rule against the Raiders. Sometimes those things just fall your way.
Bad luck, you never know.
And it leads to championships. Here's the next question, though, for the New Orleans Saints. Show me the loss. Where's the loss coming?
Week 15 at home against the Cowboys.
You think the Cowboys are going to go to the Superdome?
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
All right, you're all in. The other games, they're a road game against Atlanta, and then they have a home game against the Bucs, and they finish up at Carolina.
This is why I drink water. I do not see that happening.
So basically, we have a showdown, Kool-Aid and water, NFL primetime for Week 15. When we continue on this edition of NFL Primetime, Sunday night, celebrate the aged and the less aged. Kurt Warner was a little bit better than Brett Favre in the desert. And when it's all said and done, will the Kool-Aid ring true for Trent Dilfer? Will it be a December to remember for the Cowboys, or will they once again be dismembered?
Live NHL on ESPN America. Catch a midweek doubleheader from both sides of the border. The Canadians make the short trip to Ottawa.
A spectacular goal!
Before the Ducks entertain the Stars in Anaheim. An NHL doubleheader Wednesday on ESPN America.
Starward Preferred Guest presents a spectacular winter promotion offering up to 40% off at participating hotels across Europe, Africa, and the Middle East when paying with your MasterCard. Enjoy your stay at Sheraton, 4 Points by Sheraton, W, Aloft, Le Méridien, Westin, the Luxury Collection, and St. Regis. Book now and pay with your MasterCard. More details on spg.com/MasterCardTV.
Manning takes the snap. Manning back to throw. Has time. Looks, fires one. Play fake. Manning to throw to the end zone. Touchdown!
Manning, gonna be hit, gonna be sacked. No, he got out of it. Now he fires downfield, and it is caught.
Manning looks left, lobs it left, throws it wide open, touchdown Giants!
NFL on ESPN America. Monday Night Football, live on ESPN America. It's December. It's Lambeau. It's why we love the National Football League.
Tennessee throws, intercepted!
The Green Bay Packers
He may throw the big got it!
host the Baltimore Ravens.
Touchdown!
Monday Night Football, tonight on ESPN America.
Welcome back to Primetime. I'm Michelle Tafoya in Green Bay with this team report. Well, of the Packers' 4 losses this season, none was more painful than the 38-28 beating they took at winless Tampa Bay. And that loss prompted a players-only meeting in which veteran wide receiver Donald Driver spoke passionately about not wanting to waste an opportunity. Also, according to quarterback Aaron Rodgers, a number of players, quote, bagged on the offensive line for all the sacks they've given up. But the O-line stood up for itself, saying, we're working on our stuff, you work on your stuff. And Trey, that meeting may not be directly involved in the team's 3-game winning streak since then, but players say the dialogue was important and healthy and sharpened everyone's focus.
Primetime rolls on with the Sunday night showdown. Minnesota at Arizona. Brett Favre, the ageless one, playing in his 283rd consecutive game, an NFL record for a non-kicker. Kurt Warner, not exactly a spring chicken. Also back in the game after sitting out last week. Arizona did a great job of protecting Warner on this throw to Anquan Boldin. Nice throw, nice catch, nice run for 39 yards, and that's a touchdown. Talk about the protection.
2 things to look at here. Number 1, Tim Hightower picking up the blitzer, very key. But why do they get the single outside? Because Tim Hightower and Beanie Wells been able to run the football, creating those outside single matchups. They can't be stopped. 1-on-1 outside, Bolden, Fitzgerald, and Warner's good as anybody with that timing. Great formula for the Cardinals.
Well, there was no window to get that ball in there, and it was still in. He was covered. Cardinals up 14-7. Late first half, 14-10. We mentioned Bolden. Oh, yeah, this other guy's pretty good, too. Larry Fitzgerald, 34 yards for a score.
If you're going to throw the ball down the field like that, you need time. Look at this offensive line. 5 guys working as one. Nobody even breathes on Kurt Warner.
Not sacked in the entire game. He had 200 passing yards at the break. They were up 21-10. And then the defense brought the wood to Adrian Peterson. He's called the cashier, Merrill, because you say
he will make you pay unless
they made him pay in this game.
Because look at this. Number 1 killer in the running game, penetration. It takes away a runner's instinct and defines where he must go, and it neutralizes how wicked Adrian Peterson is at attacking the line of scrimmage.
Darnell Dockett basically in the huddle there. Peterson held to 19 yards rushing. You take away the running game, Trent, any quarterback will struggle in the passing game.
Exactly. Make them one-dimensional. Brett Favre has a history of trying to do too much with the football. The Cardinals knew that. Tries to get tricky here, getting the ball to the second layer, off balance, sidearm. Now, he gets away with this a lot, but not Sunday night.
Wasn't even looking at his intended target. A streak of 159 without an interception snapped. Longest of his career. He actually had another one here. Favre this time picked up by Michael Adams, who takes it into Vikings territory. Favre's 89th career multi-interception game. He's the all-time leader there as well. Cardinals win it 30-17. You know, you look at these two teams, and the Vikings have Super Bowl hopes. But you know what? The Cardinals were there last year, and if they play defense, Trent, the way they played Sunday night, they're going to be pretty scary come playoff time.
Yeah. You're so right. And it comes down to identity. The Cardinals now have a defensive identity. And I look at 3 elements when I'm looking at defense. Number 1, can you control the front? And they got 2 guys that do that, Dockett and Campbell. Penetration in the run game, can rush the passer. Then can you control the box? They got Dansby and Adrian Wilson, who's a really good box player. So they control the box in the run game and the short pass game. Now it's the back end, and this is where they've always been weak. But with Rogers Cromartie and Antrell Roll, who I know you've liked his play, Merrill, this is a different football team. They have a defensive identity. They're more substantive than they were last year when they got to the Super Bowl.
And I know they left the Super Bowl knowing that they had to get better defensively, and their running game had to get better. And they have a physical running game that they can lean on at any time. But the thing that would concern me the most if I was on the Minnesota side, what has happened over the last few weeks, we haven't been able to see it, but we really saw it Sunday night. This team has started to morph into the Brett Favre team. They've gotten away from the Adrian Peterson team. They came out, a lot of 3 wide receiver sets, and I know they've had a lot of success throwing the football, but in order for them to be where they want to be in January and win a Super Bowl at the beginning of February, they've got to get back to number 28. He has got to be the foundation, what they build their offense about, and they've got to feed him because that offensive line got whipped.
They did.
Sunday night. Whipped. And the best way to get them back on track is get 28 rolling, and then number 4 will get back on track as well.
And a bigger issue as well, linebacker E.J. Henderson in that game broke his leg. He is out for the season. He was really the signal caller, the guy that made all the defensive adjustments at the line of scrimmage for the Minnesota Vikings. Lots more coming on this edition of NFL Primetime. Suddenly that whole thing about the Patriots never losing back-to-back games, that is now part of recent history. And this was not the hell Mike Tomlin wanted to unleash in December. What is going on to the Steelers? Death, taxes, Colts win. The 3 things you can guarantee in this life.
Live Thursday Night Football on ESPN America. It's Turnpike rivalry time as the AFC's oldest foes meet in Cleveland.
Big Ben, long count. He's going to throw it. He pumps, he fires. Touchdown, Steelers!
The Super Bowl champion Steelers enter the dog pound to battle the Browns. Live NFL Thursday night on ESPN America.
James Harrison has been outstanding all year.
The strip and sack by Harrison. James Harrison pounded him, and it's a 2-pointer. James Harrison came in low. That's his patented specialty. James Harrison now is the Steelers' all-time sack leader for a single season. 16 sacks. Picked off James Harrison. He's running up the sideline.
That is the biggest play of this football game.
NFL on ESPN America.
While the people of Lombok bring in what the Indian Ocean offers, the youngsters hone their skills for one of the island's biggest spectacles, where these people's affinity for everything equine comes to life. Barefoot and bareback, these veteran jockeys ranging from 8 to 12 years of age compete every Sunday at the local track. Their magnificent horsemanship and courage are put to the test every time they mount their racehorse, facing a great deal of risk in every stride their horses make. Despite being enveloped in an environment where competition is important, these jockeys give the race their own dose of flavour, offering the innocence and infallibility of childhood into the fray. Stay tuned for more amazing games right here on ESPN.
Monday Night Football, live on ESPN America. It's December. It's Lambeau. We love the National Football League.
As he throws, intercepted!
The Green Bay Packers.
He may throw the deep got it!
Host the Baltimore Ravens.
Touchdown!
Monday Night Football, tonight on ESPN America.
Primetime rolls on. The Patriots down in Florida taking on the Dolphins, coming off that Monday night beatdown. We know the Patriots don't lose back.
They respond.
They do. They always do. But Tom Brady apparently had some issues with his finger. They were concerned about how it would go. Well, in the first quarter, it looked like it went really well. 58-yard touchdown strike to Randy Moss. Now, Brady did leave the field after the touchdown, but returned about 5 minutes later. Second quarter, Patriots up 14-7. Wes Welker, you know what? Guy missed 2 games, and he's already got a 1,000-yard season again, including this 58-yard strike. Patriots near the 15-yard line. Hey, stop me if you've heard this before. It's 4th and 1. The Patriots are going to go for it.
Of course you are.
Keep in mind,
that going?
they're only up by 1 score, 14-7. But listen, say what you want. Belichick's been consistent in his decision-making, and the results have been a little consistent the other way. Sammy Morris denied. The Dolphins take over. So let's take a look at Chad Henne. Miami trying to score before the end of the quarter, 3rd and 2. Plenty of time and a nice throw and a nice catch by Ted Ginn right at the first down line, or right by the sideline. 6 seconds left. Dolphins go for a field goal. Their field goal is good. So it's 14-10 at the break. Third quarter, Dolphins down 21-13. Miami going forward on 4th and 1. Lusaka polite, yes. Woo. Dolphins able to convert. And that's a nice throw to Brian Hartline, Trent.
Great play, but Lee Bodden has to recognize back in the flat. Something's coming behind him. Doesn't recognize it quick enough.
They're down 21-19 after a failed 2-point conversion. Fourth quarter, the Patriots second and goal. Tom Brady doesn't throw end zone interceptions.
Until this year, he's trusting his guy to go up and make a play or knock it down. And that's the big thing. Randy Moss has to knock that down, can't let it get intercepted.
Vontae Davis with the pick. Dolphins' last drive. Later in the fourth, they're still down 2, under 4 minutes to play. Henne to Devon Bess. Picks up a first down. He had 10 catches, $117 and a score. Same drive, 4th and 6. Henne to Greg Camarillo. Henne is being Tom Brady here. And that sets up Dan Carpenter, and it's good. The Dolphins go up 22-21, over a minute to play. But there's still time left on the clock. Everybody's thinking the same thing. This is Brady. They're going to get it done. And as he's going down, he throws a gift to Channing Crowder. Patriots' second straight loss, 22-21. Guys, not only back-to-back losses here for the first time since 2006, but Trent, the Patriots are also really struggling here in the red zone when they get close.
Critical areas. We know the New England Patriots to be at their best, the most critical situation, critical areas on the field. Well, not this year. They're making their biggest blunders in the red zone and in critical areas. They can't convert a 4th down, up 1 score. I say kick the field goal. Hey, Bill Belichick, you know more than the rest of us. Go for it. If you're going to go for it, you better get it, because it ends up being a 6-point swing. And then Tom Brady in the red zone. He's been money. Hey, remember, we got the lead here by 2. A field goal puts you up 5. Touchdown beats you. Instead, you throw an interception. Critical mistake by Tom Brady, Randy Moss, the New England Patriots. And this blows your mind, because this is a football team we've come to know that doesn't beat itself. Now they beat itself. What happened to these great second-half adjustments by Bill Belichick and his staff? They're getting outscored 73-24 in the second half.
And something else I think is a very big concern is this team is so one-dimensional, and teams are starting to play that. You know, you go back to what started this great run for Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. It was they beat the Rams, who were very one-dimensional. They were going to throw the football, and that game plan took that away. Well, you're starting to see that now with the Patriots. Last week with the Saints, against the Miami Dolphins, we're going to double Wes Welker. And we're not going to let Randy Moss take anything vertical. We're basically saying, you won't run the football on us, and they don't. And if they ran the ball, I'm talking about the Patriots, it would neutralize and stabilize not just the offense, but the defense has some issues too. That is why I always love the running game. If there was one element on offense that impacts the defense as well, it is the running game. It is not the passing game. That is why I'm such an advocate of that. If you set the foundation there, man, you help yourself on the other side of the ball. You control the tempo of the game. If you don't have that, things like we are seeing happening will continue to happen to the Patriots.
The New England Patriots do not have a road win this season in America. Their only road win came in London when they took on the Tampa Bay Bucks. They have not won a road game in the United States this year. All right, so we've clearly just come to the conclusion that 2 straight losses is bad. 4 straight losses then would be twice as bad. Mike Tomlin said he was going to unleash hell in December.
Did the math.
You could describe hell as a home loss to the Raiders, okay? That's what they were trying to avoid, Ben Roethlisberger and company. These are your defending Super Bowl champs. This game was all about the fourth quarter. It went back and forth. Steelers have the lead until Bruce Gradkowski to Chaz Schillens. The Raiders go up 13-10. So later in the fourth, Steelers still down by 3, 1st and 10 on their own 40. Ben Roethlisberger, all kinds of time. That's a great throw. Wow. That's a great throw to Santonio Holmes, who gets loose, gets a block there from Mike Wallace, and gets inside the 5-yard line. Santonio, 8 catches, $149 on the afternoon. And you want to talk about an effort run? Rashard Mendenhall just made one.
Out of running backs, got the best spin move in all of football, but he is so powerful. Drags whoever into the end zone for a touchdown.
Steelers back on top, 17-13. Mendenhall, 103 yards. But back come the Raiders. That's right. What happens here? It's Louis Murphy, the rookie wideout, who is delivering a 75-yard strike and a nice move on Ike Taylor.
There is no question this is a mental error. Somehow, somewhat. Carter steps up. Now, Ike Taylor plays to the outside. Now, that would tell me he's expecting help inside. If he knows he doesn't have help inside, then it's got to be on Ike Taylor, because there's the 2 safeties. Carter comes down because of the hard run action. Well, if Carter's supposed to be deep, he's got to get deep. The other safety on the other side ran with the tight end across the field. So that would tell me either Carter, one of the safeties at least, made a mistake, a mental error.
Raiders go back on top by 3, but here come the Steelers again. Santonio Holmes for a big first down. And then later on the drive, Roethlisberger to Hines Ward. Steelers, okay, look, finally, under 2 minutes to play, we're up 24-20. This thing's over. But wait a minute. Bruce Gradkowski One more time, throws up a jump ball, and his guy goes and wins it. Lewis Murphy with a great catch by the sideline.
Yeah, this is just Lewis Murphy wanting it more than Ike Taylor. He goes up, he attacks the ball at the moment of truth. He wants it more than the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So the drive stays alive. After a penalty, it's 1st and 15. And Ryan Monday with a personal foul, leading with the helmet on a defenseless receiver. They're going to call it every time.
Every time. When you lead, when your head goes down, they're going to call it. That's what they're looking for, and that's what will trigger it 100% of the time now.
So 2 plays later, 2nd and 10. Gradkowski buying time, throws it, and what a nice job to who else but Lewis Murphy. Raiders go up 27-24, his 3rd touchdown pass of the 4th quarter.
And the longer the play develops, the more the secondary has to do what they call plaster, and that means stick to your guy because you know the play's breaking down. The defense doesn't do it there.
So basically one last prayer here for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and give Ben all the credit in the world. He throws it up there, his guys are there, they've got a chance, and it falls to the ground. And just like that, the Pittsburgh Steelers are at 6-6 for the season, 27-24. Listen, clearly the Pittsburgh Steelers have issues closing right now, Merrill. And Mariano Rivera's not coming out of Heinz Field to try and help them seal a game late. But is Troy Polamalu what they really need? Because you saw the safety play on some of those plays you tell us.
Well, you know what? I mean, not completely. I mean, do they completely miss his dynamic play and his range and the versatility? Absolutely, but really, there's no excuse for the mental bust that we're continually seeing. You know, it's not just in this game. You know, Mike Tomlin is furious right now. If you saw his press conference, if you heard any of the words he said changes will be made. And it's going to be not just on the defensive side of the football, on the offensive side, because the one thing you learn is the first week you're in the National Football League, you cannot have mental mistakes over and over. You can have one, and then you better be done, and the Steelers are not doing that. They have one, and then they have one the next week, and the next week, and it's costing them football games.
Yep, and when you have mental mistakes in the secondary, receivers get open quick. Get open quick, takes away what you do best, rush the passer. It all works together, and with the MAs, they can't do what they do best, rush and get after the passer.
You know, and not pictured there, they had a chance for someone to make a play. Joe Barrett, the rookie defensive back.
You know, he makes that,
right,
don't talk about it.
Game's over, the Steelers right the ship.
Ugly
Have
win.
a chance to make a play, make a play. By the way, perhaps by the time this season is over, Mike Tomlin will be quoting other lines from Gladiator. People should know when they're conquered. So things not working well for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That would mean quit, and we will not quit.
No, they will not quit.
That's right.
That means the Steelers are in a little bit of trouble right now. The other side of this thing is that the Indianapolis Colts, they just do what they do. They just continue. Nobody was coming in hotter than the Tennessee Titans with Vince Young, but Peyton Manning, oh, by the way, looking for an NFL record 21 straight regular season wins. Talk about fortune. First play from scrimmage, it goes off Austin Collie right to Pierre Garçon, who picks up 27 yards and a first down. 3 plays later, I'm going to find this Garçon fellow on the first touch this time, and it's a very nice throw. 36 yards inside the 10. Garçon, a career-high 136 receiving yards on 6 grabs. All right? Joseph Adai also getting it done on the ground. Little stutter step, and he's in there. 1 of 2 touchdowns. Colts up 7-0. Second quarter, Colts up 14-3 after the second of Adai's 2 runs, and there is Austin Collie. This one he hangs on to. 12 straight seasons with at least 25 touchdowns for Peyton. Colts up 21-3. Titans have won 5 straight, but they sort of shot themselves in the foot on more than one occasion here. Hey, Trent, we always say there's no defense for a perfect throw except
a drop ball. It's the only way you can stop a perfect throw. Vince Young drops the diamond. Washington's got to bring that. It's a different game. He catches that ball and goes in and scores.
Absolutely. They take the lead. He can't believe he dropped it. Not the only mental mistake they made. Second quarter, Vince Young getting out of the pocket, scrambling around right by the sidelines. He wants this one back. The young corner, Jacob Lacey picks it off, and then in the process, Vince also got smacked in the knee a little bit, and they were working on it on the sidelines. He would be okay, stayed in the game. All right, then the defense really took over. It's a 1st and goal from the 1, and Vince Young fumbles the snap. Nothing going right for Tennessee. They got nothing out of 2 rushing plays. So on 4th and goal, low percentage throw there on 4th and goal, right?
It really is. You have limited option there in that situation. Slant, fade, stop.
All right, so now they have another 4th and 5 inside the red zone, and one more time they're denied. Colts defense, really a big part of this one. They win it 27-17, 21 straight wins as we go inside the numbers. The records keep piling up for Peyton and the Colts. They match the Patriots' NFL record with their 21st consecutive regular season win, and extend their own NFL mark by winning 12 wins at least for the 7th year in a row. Just one more win for the record, and also to cement them as the winningest team of any decade in league history. Colts host the Browns next week. When we continue on NFL Primetime, there's a song that goes, San Diego Superchargers. Boy, they sure looked the part on Sunday as they continue to roll 7 straight and counting. And how many December moments will be the bad ones again this year for Tony Romo and the Cowboys?
Live NHL on ESPN America. Saturday night, settle in for a double dose of hockey action. The Leafs entertain Ovechkin and the Caps before the Wild face the Canucks in the Northwest.
He shoots, he scores!
Live NHL this weekend on ESPN America.
Hit and drop.
Went up in the air and got helicoptered.
Here he goes down!
Boy, he steamrolled LeRon Landry.
NFL on ESPN America.
Get ready for the holidays on ESPN America. The stars of the NFL make their final push for the playoffs as the regular season comes to a close. December means bowl season for the bright young stars of college football.
Touchdown, Texas!
Our NHL coverage continues with even more great live weekday games and Saturday night doubleheaders.
Shoots, scores!
December on ESPN America.
Welcome back to Primetime. I'm Michelle Tafoya in Green Bay with this team report. Well, after throwing 12 touchdown passes and 5 interceptions in his first 7 games, Joe Flacco has thrown just 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions in his last 4. Now, he won't blame it on his dinged-up ankle, which he re-aggravated last week against Pittsburgh, but what he will say is that the Ravens have 5 games left, and they've got to prove they have an offense that can score. He told us last night, this is the NFL. We started well, we hit a lull. It is what it is, but our offense has to prove we can put points on the board and take pressure off the defense. Putting points on the board tonight against the Packers won't be easy. They entered the week #1 in the NFL in total defense.
Michelle, thank you. Now, as we look at the Fantasy Minute, Aaron Rodgers has found Lambeau to his liking. Over the past 2 seasons, Rodgers has thrown 25 TD strikes and just 5 picks at home. That is the 3rd best differential in the league. This season, he's been even better with 10 touchdown passes and just 1 interception in 6 home games.
Fantasy Minute is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Cowboys began their December stroll at the Meadowlands, taking on the Giants. Giants trying to sweep the season series from the Cowboys for the first time since 2004. Roy Williams, listen, he hasn't been in sync with Tony Romo all season until this game. Well, not on this play, though. Not on this play.
Call that in sync?
We're setting it up. It's hard to catch it.
Just stay with it.
You can't really
Well, that looked very unorthodox.
Yeah.
This looks a little more
Not what
orthodox.
you're looking for, as I always say.
That, or Teddy Bruschi says. That is what you're looking for. Roy Williams with a touchdown there. And then I love this play, the pitch fake, and then there it is. Second touchdown of the day. That hadn't happened since his days with the Lions. Cowboys up 17-14. Then they had to play the rest of the game. Just a little check out pass to Brandon Jacobs in the flat.
This is how you expose
Goodbye.
Cowboys on defense. Get your backs, tight ends matched up with their linebackers. They're great against the run, but not great versus the pass.
I don't think anybody thought Brandon Jacobs could go that fast.
Nor be this nimble.
Yeah,
I mean, to
right
walk
down the
line
sideline.
right there and keep his feet in, keep upright. Impressive for a big man.
Cowboys challenged that, and it was upheld. It was a touchdown. Giants up 21-17. Jacobs' second touchdown of the day. What's hidden yardage, Merrill?
Special teams, my friend, and this would be one.
It sure looked like the Cowboys had Dominic Hickson bottled up until, well, they didn't. He busts free to the right side, and he gets a great block down the field.
Yep. punt returner's responsibility. Make somebody miss initially, and then let your friends help you. And that's exactly what happens here at the end.
Derek Hagan with a nice block there. Giants up 31-17. Yeah! Tom Coughlin says we got to have this game. Then there was Tony Romo. Listen, he threw for 392 yards. He had 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, but he missed a couple, including this one, Trent.
Yeah, you always think about the ones you want back. He played so well. He's not the reason they lost, but that's one he wishes he had back.
All right, now it's 3rd and 3, and Miles Austin only gets 2. So now it comes down to 4th and 2, and Marion Barber's nowhere near the first down. Where's that one?
It's a check down route. There's no defying depth. Tony Romo's got to manipulate the defense to get it deeper.
Romo and the Cowboys lose 31-24. The bad news, the Cowboys lost the game. More bad news, the Cowboys have 3 of their last 4 games against teams with at least 8 wins right now. Their remaining schedule is the 2nd hardest in the league. Only the Panthers have a harder final 4 games. And we all know that right now, the Cowboys over the last few years under Tony Romo, 5-9 in games in the regular season in December and January. So they're not going the right way. Boy, I tell you what, Philippe Rivet and the Chargers are going the right way, especially when they're playing Cleveland. Phillip Rivers had an unbelievable game, and it helps when you can throw to that guy, Antonio Gates. Not only once, but about twice.
And let me tell you this, they tried everything on him. Safeties, doubling. I didn't see tripling, but who knows if that did.
It's coming.
They might, and that would lead to a Darren Sproles touchdown. And then listen, go out and get it. Point of attack. There he is one more time, 56 yards. Gates, a career high, $167 in receiving yards. With Jim Brown in attendance, LaDainian Tomlinson had himself an afternoon. Tomlinson, 4 yards, that's a touchdown. The fastest player in NFL history to 150 scores. And then Tomlinson here with 11 yards for the first down, moves him to 8th overall in career rushing, passing of all people. Jim Brown. Chargers win it, 30-23. Lions, Bengals, 8-3. Marvin Lewis and company trying to clinch only their 2nd winning season in 19 years. Second quarter, Lions up 7-0. Matthew Stafford, ball is tipped, and it's Jonathan Fanene, the pride of rosters everywhere in Fantasy League. 45-yard for a touchdown, tied it at 7. Later in the second, Bengals, Carson Palmer. Nice play by Chad. Nice play by Chad to get that ball.
Well, the one thing that he does so well, he is so quick. Hard to get a hand on him, and his quickness off the line of scrimmage. Defensive back backs up, working wide, widen out the zone, create the window for Carson Palmer.
Ocho Cinco, a season-high 137 receiving yards. And then they got the running game going. Cedric Benson back after missing a couple of games. End of the third, that's a 9-yard gain breaking a tackle. How about another one, 7-yard? He runs with purpose.
Well, he runs with purpose after he has patience. He's so patient at the line of scrimmage, finds a seam, and when he hits that seam here, and he sees a seal here,
and a seal there, and an alley there. Benson, 110 yards. Bengals are winners, 23-13. Also winners on the season. Michael Vick went back to Atlanta, and something happened Sunday that hadn't happened all year. In fact, it happened twice. And the Denver Broncos, so often December in Kansas City had not gone their way. They met it for a lot of them on Sunday.
The summer break may be over, but the summer heat is still on. College football is on fire, with teams battling for that #1 spot. Watch powerhouses like Ohio State, Wisconsin, Penn State, and Michigan battle for the Big Ten Conference title.
Touchdown, Ohio State!
In the Southland, the SEC heats up with action from LSU, Alabama, Ole Miss, and returning national champions, the Florida Gators. And step onto the gridiron with the Pac-10 Conference and see USC, Cal, Oregon, Arizona State, UCLA, and Washington battle for conference supremacy.
Up for grabs, and it's intercepted.
This is American football played from the heart. Cheer your favorite team on all season long. College football lives here on ESPN America.
Jackets control. Jardel feathering a pass. Mahocha tried to feed Nash. Here's Kachuk, the long shot, and there it is.
his 500th NHL goal for Keith Tkachuk.
Which goal is most memorable to you, your first or your 500th?
I was pretty excited about the 500th one.
The Blues come off the bench to congratulate the American-born Keith Tkachuk.
You know, obviously your first one is you'll never forget, but you know, you don't think you'll ever have an opportunity to get a milestone like 500, so they were both pretty special to me.
Hallelujah, 500, big one.
Need to find tickets for the big game or concert? At SeatWave.com, there are over 1 million tickets on sale now for all the latest live entertainment. And with all tickets 100% guaranteed, you'll find just the tickets you're after so you can catch all the action live. Buy and sell tickets at SeatWave.com for live American football, Six Nations rugby, Paul McCartney in concert, and many, many more. SeatWave.com, the fan-to-fan ticket exchange.
Loads it up, looking end zone, has Lansmore back there, he catches it, it's a touchdown for the Saints.
And Breeze ends the season with 5,069 yards through the air, the second NFL player to pass for 5,000 yards in a season.
NFL on ESPN America.
Monday Night Football, live on ESPN America. It's December. It's Lambeau. It's why we love the National Football League.
Tennessee throws, intercepted.
The Green Bay Packers
He may throw the big one.
host the Baltimore Ravens.
Touchdown!
Monday Night Football tonight on ESPN America.
Back to the NFL, Broncos, Chiefs, and Kansas City came out strong, and they could not stop the running game for the Denver Broncos. Broncos up 7-3 and finding success on the left side. Correll Buckhalter. I believe, Merrill, that's a seal and an alley for 26.
That's a massive seal and a terrific seal and a gaping alley, my brother.
Well, how about another one of those on the left side?
Why not? Stay with it.
This time for 17, Buckhalter, 12 carries, 113 yards. I'm no math major, but those are pretty good numbers.
Feed me, coach.
Fourth quarter, 4th and inches. No, Sean Moreno got many more inches. 18 yards on the touchdown. Spencer Larson doing a nice job with the block here out of the fullback slot. Boom, right there.
And a seal here.
And a seal there. They ran for 245 yards. Moreno had 86. Broncos win 44-13.
Just give it there.
By the way, Texans, Jaguars, friends and family only in Jacksonville. Matt Schaub had to come out of the game with a shoulder injury. So there he is, Rex Grossman.
Finally.
3rd and 11. No.
Whoa.
Tipped. Intercepted by Anthony Smith of the Jaguars. And returned for a while by Anthony Smith of the Jaguars. Yes, Trent?
I just say, draft time's coming up. We're going to talk about quarterbacks. You can't drop your elbow like that. That's why you lose control of the ball.
Well, you don't want to run into your own back either. Fumbles with Vontae Leach. He did recover. It was also a sack.
Good thing.
Yeah. Grossman not getting it done. David Garrard, on the other hand. Jags, 3rd and goal from the 4. Ernest Wilford touchdown. Garrard's second touchdown pass of the game. They're up 17-0. All right, now sort of became a game when Matt Schaub came back in 1st and goal to Chris Brown. What are you doing? What are you doing?
There's just some factor backs you don't want to throw it.
Sometimes a football can be used as a flotation device.
It's the Texans.
Floats out
the red zone. It's all bad.
It's not good. Jags win. Texans go down again. Homecoming of sorts. Michael Vick and the Eagles back in Atlanta. They brought him out, one of the captains for the coin toss. Classy move by Andy Reid. Michael Vick got in the first quarter. A lot of boos, also some cheers for Michael Vick. And then a 4-yard run. They got a field goal out of that drive, and things got better for Michael Vick in this game. 3rd quarter, 3rd and 1. Michael Vick, he's in. First touchdown of the year, first rushing touchdown since October 15th, 2006.
I got to give some credit to Donovan McNabb for allowing, this game plan was about Michael Vick and to get him playing. Obviously, Atlanta's defense not very good, but not easy to stand on the sideline and let somebody else run the show.
Reggie Brown on the end of that 43-yard completion. First down inside the 10. All right, we've seen his first touchdown of the year, his first rushing touchdown since 2006, and now we go a little trickeration for a touchdown pass, Trent.
Well, I think you said it, Merrill. Classy. Andy Reid, classy. McNabb, classy, allowing Vic to have this moment.
Eagles win it 34-7. Niners, Seahawks. Mike Singletary's team looking to get back to 500 and keep playoff hope alive. Fourth quarter tied at 17. There's only 57 seconds left on the clock. Seahawks punt. Fair catch. Caught at the 11-yard line. Okay, there's only 51 seconds left. You're deep in your own territory. You just run out the clock, right?
That's what I would do, Trey.
Yeah, they throw one here to Frank Gore.
Stay in bounds. Now you can't do that.
Don't run out of bounds.
Well, if you get a positive gain.
All right, second down, 43 seconds left. That's an incomplete pass. So stops the clock. So now we got 39 seconds left. Alex Smith. What? No, another incomplete pass. Okay, this is not what you want here.
Not what you're looking for, Trey.
Time is your friend. I've said that a lot, actually. And they get the ball back to Matthew Hasselbeck, and that's a really good throw.
And he makes him pay. There's no defense for a perfect throw. Drops the dime in there. The situation's everything. Hasselbeck understands the matchup, drops it in there, sets up this.
So really, a game that should have gone to overtime is won on the Olindo Mare 30-yard field goal attempt. Seahawks win it 20-17. Both the Niners and the Seahawks 5-7. When we continue on Prime Time. A lot of good options week 13 for primetime performers. Find out who got the hardware. Stay with us.
In December on ESPN Classic, we continue our new and exclusive series, The Hall of Fame, featuring a fresh take on iconic moments in sports history and the athletes that made them into epic events. Also in December, we bring you top choice classic Premier League matches, featuring the most gifted players ever to have graced the top flight English League.
And Di Canio! He's going to have a go. Oh, I say!
And since it's a time for sharing, we give you our very own ESPN Classic Advent Calendar, with 24 doors into the greatest goals, the biggest names, and the finest moments in sport. There's something for everyone this December on ESPN Classic.
This year, the world's first global election is taking place. An election between Earth and global warming. On December 16, world leaders are meeting in Copenhagen to vote on taking action against global warming. It's time to make our voice heard as one global people, to make sure world leaders vote Earth. Visit earthhour.org to show your vote, because global warming is not about what country you're from, it's about what planet you're from.
Starward Preferred Guest presents a spectacular winter promotion offering up to 40% off at participating hotels across Europe, Africa, and the Middle East when paying with your MasterCard. Enjoy your stay at Sheraton, 4 Points by Sheraton, W, Aloft, Le Méridien, Westin, the Luxury Collection, and St. Regis. Book now and pay with your MasterCard. More details on spg.com/MasterCardTV.
Live Thursday Night Football on ESPN America. Touchdown! It's Turnpike rivalry time as the AFC's oldest foes meet in Cleveland.
Big Ben, long count, he's going to throw it. He pumps, he fires, touchdown Steelers!
The Super Bowl champion Steelers enter the dog pound to battle the Browns. Live NFL Thursday night on ESPN America.
The shape is the signature, the horseshoe, a living landmark sculpted by seasons, stadium and stage, where sellouts never cease and demands never lessen. Today, another team and another test. And across Ohio, the horseshoe will roar.
Wide open receiver, touchdown, oh my!
The Gators strike again, dominating, favored Ohio State. Touchdown, LSU.
is like a freight train right now.
Touchdown, Trojan.
It's men and boys right now.
Getting ugly, folks. Real ugly.
We are getting ready for the NHL entry draft. And the top pick, Ilya Kovalchuk, apparently will go to the Atlanta Thrashers.
David Amber, joined by Ilya Kovalchuk, the #1 overall pick back in the 2001 draft. What do you remember most about your draft day?
Oh, that's a great memories.
The Atlanta Thrashers are pleased to select from the Russian Division I Spartak Moscow, Ilya Kovalchuk.
Ilya Kovalchuk, obviously pleased, taken first overall.
You know, all my family were there, and that was a very exciting moment. I was the first Russian who was drafted first overall, so it's history too.
That young man just won the lottery, boys.
It was a great moment, that's for sure.
All right, here they are, the much-anticipated prime-time performers. Merrill, lead us off.
You know, I don't even care about numbers, you know, or the skill set. It's an effort. When I watch players and like Robert Meacham making plays like this when it looks disastrous, this speaks to the character of that player and I think this Saints team. Robert Meacham, my prime-time guy.
I'm going to go with Phillip Rivers. Now, if it wasn't for Peyton Manning and Drew Brees, he would be in the discussion for the MVP of this league, as he should be.
Well, listen, 18 of 25, 373. But I'm going to go back to something Merrill said, effort. When it mattered most, Louis Murphy had more effort than the Pittsburgh
I like
Steelers.
this one.
He wanted it more, and he won it because of that, and that's why the Raiders came away with a big win in Oakland. Thoughts about the night game coming up at Lambeau Field, Ravens, Packers. These two teams both desperately need a win.
I'm going to continue to gush over Charles Woodson. Here's the matchup, though. Ray Rice, because he is their best offensive weapon. I think Charles Woodson's closer to the box in this matchup maybe than on the perimeter.
I agree. The Packers don't do two things very well, block or tackle, and they're going to have to do both very well tonight.
I was about to say, that doesn't sound like a team that may be going for the playoffs if they don't block or tackle.
I don't think they block or tackle very good. It's proven. I think they're posers on defense.
All right, well, they have won 3 straight games thanks in part to that defense. We'll see. Trent does not like Green Bay. See ya.
You are watching. Pardon the interruption.
Pardon the interruption, but I'm Mike Wilbon. Tony, I found a great breakfast diet.